So what's up everybody, welcome back. I haven't been making videos lately, but I've been real busy with work and trying to build this transmission at the same time. It's taking a little longer than I expected, but today's the day that I'm gonna replace it with a new rebuilt one. So let me show you what I got. This is the rebuilt one. So actually this is the one that actually was in the truck. So I rebuilt this, put a new servo, all the clutches inside are all new. That's the bell housing over there. So I already jacked up the truck. This is my truck, the 03 single cab Silverado. So you can see it's the step side one. So I jacked up the back just a little bit. I secured it. I already lifted it up. So right now I just gotta drain the pan. So to remove this transmission, I have to undo these guys, the two down pipes, remove this cross member, undo all the all these transmission bolts, the bell housing bolts. We're gonna have to remove this starter to get to the flywheel bolts. Just found out that was the best way. And then remove this linkage right here. I'm gonna have to remove this guy and leave this module that indicates like where on your dash. So I replaced, and the last time this is the junkyard transmission, so I just use this junkyard transmission. It doesn't even work good. First gear takes forever, and I think it's second gear is doesn't have a second gear, but it worked. I got the 90-day warranty, so my 90-day warranty is coming up. All I had to do is pay for the transmission, pay for that 90-day warranty. I think it was like 40-50 bucks, and as long as I return it within those 90 days, I could get my cash back. So I kind of just bought it to keep the truck running while I rebuilt the other transmission. So I'm trying to get this transmission out and take it back to the junkyard so I could get my $200 back, because that's how much it costs. So I kind of technically just rented the transmission just to keep the truck running, because I need something to run. And I would use my motorcycle. Let me show you my motorcycle. This is my motorcycle, but in the morning it's super cold and it's too cold to ride in the morning. It's the Yamaha 750. We'll see more about that later. So yeah, like I said, I need to throw this in. So right now I'm gonna drain the other transmission. This is the engine. It's a 4.8, so it's a good engine. I haven't had any issues with it. Just the transmission. And so saying that, let's get with removing this transmission. It should be easy. Last time I redid the what's called the oil pan gasket, so it took a little longer, and this time I kind of know what to do a little better, so it shouldn't be too bad to remove it. And well, let's get this going. So here, let me show you a couple stuff I'm gonna use right now for removing this. Make sure you have some of these the longest ones you can find, the extensions, maybe one of these swivel impacts. The impact ones are better, like the ones that you use on an impact gun, because they're a lot more stiffer. So that one and this one, and so that one's a half, this 3/8. Just a little something like this should help you out right now. So I secured the truck down. I lifted it up, like I said earlier, up on the back to give me a little bit more space. Now I'm just draining the transmission, because I just want to make this as clean as possible. I hate when it gets super dirty. I'm going to use that to crawl in there underneath there. I got this hefty, what do you call it, this little ratchet from Harbor Freight. So it works great. So you can like make it longer. So that's cool. And I'm gonna use see what I got in here to use. Oh yeah, I got my light. I don't know if I showed you the ratchet. Oh, I have the ratchet in the car. So I'll be using this light, a little snap-on light. It's pretty bright and it has a magnet, so that I'm gonna use that. Here, let me show you the. Let me show you this. Where the keys go? Let me unlock this truck. Oh yeah, before you do anything, also make sure you disconnect the battery. This here, let me show you. This the hefty snap-on. I've been using this one with a long neck. There's some that are shorter. The Milwaukee ones are the short ones. I haven't seen them like the long neck style, but these long neck ones are like pretty useful. And then this battery works with that snap-on flashlight over there, so they're interchangeable and you could recharge them, so that's nice. And this one, like I was saying, you could reach in long spots and use it as a ratchet, and then once it's broken, then you can just hit this guy. And it has a pretty good amount of torque. It's not too bad. So yeah, it has a little light right here. See, you just hit it right there. There you go. See the little light. And it's a 3/8 drive. So for that works good because I like the long neck of it, and that's why it's called Daddy Long Neck. So I'm just gonna wait for that to drain and enough so I can start pulling the down pipes off. And if I see it, if I notice about any like let you know about it. But for the meantime, let me get going on this. Oh yeah, you can get one of these guys, one of those little creepers. Oh, that's so handy because it lean on your back after a couple. Once you get like up and down, like laying down, it just takes a toll on your back, and it helps you move a lot quicker. Anyways, okay. Well, let me show you an update what I have done so far. So far, I have done remove these, undo the down pipes. So as you can see the sun. I undid these, the right and the left. I did undo all the oxygen sensors. There's one here. There's another one there. So there's two for each side. The one before and after the cat. I've undone this starter already. I unplugged the low oil sensor plug to like push the starter up. I disconnected both the cooling lines, and right now I'm in the process of removing these flywheel bolts. So let me show you a little. I removed this guy, this bar. There's another one on this side. Just mounts to this guy and this guy. So I'm using this tool. It's a 15. These long ratcheting tools. You can see. And then I have to do the undo these flywheel bolts, or pressure plate flywheel bolts. These ones. And you aren't able to loosen those bolts unless you have one of these, because there's not enough space here. All you got is this space around here. This is on the side of what's called the starter. You got to move that out of the way. And the way I'm locking it to remove these is I'm putting this like brake double-sided this brake adjusting tool, and I'm locking it down on this hole to one of the teeth. It's kind of sketchy, but it works, especially if you're doing it by yourself, unless you have someone holding the crank bolt. And I'm using this guy to crank the engine and go from one bolt to the next, because other than that, yeah. So far, so in the next step, I'm gonna have to put the transmission jack here, remove this cross member, pull this the down pipes off for the exhaust, undo the drive shaft over there. So I'm gonna undo these guys over there. Haven't done it yet. I should probably do that next. after I undo these pressure plate bolts. And then, yeah, that's good for now. I'll get back to you guys once this thing, or I'm in the process of removing all the bell housing bolts and show you how to do that. Oh, I still got to disconnect all of these transmission plugs. There's one there. All you got to do is pinch this guy. These two little things, pinch them. Should come out. You have the sensor right there. Then we got a couple. This is the dipstick right here, so it goes to the top. You gotta undo that. It's mounted here. So yeah, so far so good. It's kind of time consuming because I'm right here in the ground, and that kind of sucks. Or else this thing would have been out by now. Alright, back to you in a bit. So, as you can see, I'm almost gonna take down the downpipe. I took off the cross member here. It's held by the jacks, like the transmission jack. Right now I'm taking off all the bolts, all of them around the transmission. Pretty much got them all loose. The only one I need is the one right there. Let me just tell you something about that bolt. All of these transmission bolts come like let me see, like this style, where it's a nut, where it's a nut, and then the head, and then there's another threaded part on here. So what I did on this one, so I'm using this big long extension. Big long extension with my ratchet. Works really well. That way I can reach all the way down there super far. If you were doing it with your hand, that would take forever. Well, you can. See this one. On this one, I move this that way. Okay. On this one, I cut that part off because it wouldn't reach right here. Yeah, I think you could use like a little ratchet, but it's hard because you can't. You see this little fin here that it has on the bell housing? It's so hard. So all I did is, see, I'm gonna poke this thing. Come on, focus. There you go. See how I cut it? Cut it right there. So I couldn't get a socket from here to here because of that long piece. So I cut it before I put it back in again. And now I could fit the smaller socket. I want to get like a long extension. And for the other ones, you need the long extension. But for that one, all you need is the small shallow socket. There's a 15. So I'm gonna get this out right now. See if you could. Well, you know what the point is. So all I need is that, and this should come out. I got everything out. We got the breather, all the harness is disconnected. So this should be officially ready to come out. When I come out, this should drop the exhaust manifold downpipe. See, how did I do it last time? I don't remember. It doesn't want to come out now, but I think this is the best way. Removing oh yeah, let me tell you, these braces that it got right here, I removed both of them. The one that goes over there, the one that goes over here. Just if you're doing the one on these, just remove them right away, because eventually they'll get in the way. Especially over here, I had to remove it because the one that goes from here, that brace, they're right there. They just get in the way when removing this part. So I just totally removed them. Oh yeah, let me take this down and we'll get back to you to see. So yeah, just to say, we'll clarify again, I only take this nut out, and this should come out, and then this exhaust should drop, because I'm going to drop it, so it should drop. If anything, maybe I'll just leave it here. We'll see, I don't know. I'll be right back. Let me finish this up. So here's the old one. This is the one from the junkyard. While doing so, I freaking dropped it, trying to not make a mess. Made a big old mess. That thing flipped. So here's the torque converter. There it is. Got it on. Well, right now I'm trying to drain as much as I can out of that thing. There's the new one. I'm gonna put the new bell housing underneath there, cause it's a little tad hard to put it underneath with the bell housing. The car's not high enough, so I have to drop it off the what do you call it? The jack. We got here's the bell housing, so I'm gonna throw it on there while it's underneath. And to remove these bolts, you need this special one. Can't even see it. This is T50 IP. It's not like a regular Torx. See? They're round. Let's see if I can get it to focus here. Yeah, you see? They're not round. They're not pointy. They're like round. They go on here. That's the bell housing bolts. They're round, so you need one of these. Make sure you get one of these if you're gonna take this bell housing off, because you will strip those. It's not a regular Torx. It's an IP. It says 50 IP. Got this off Amazon. Cheap. One of like a couple bucks, but it worked great. 1/2-inch drive. So right now I'm gonna put that back in. Hopefully it goes on smooth. It's getting kind of late now, so hopefully I can get this today on everything. I want to be done in one day. Keep letting that drain. Alright, so last night it got kind of dark, so I'm doing this outdoors. So last night it got a little dark. I had to stop working on it. Today I just had to finalize a couple stuff, put it together, fill it up with fluid, and hope it runs fine. And yeah, that's about it. So let me get with this going. I'm trying to finish this like in about 3 hours. So I just have to bolt everything up. I already bolted the transmission up. I already bolted. Oh yeah, I need to rebolt the torque converter. That takes a little bit of time. So let me get this going. So now I'm all done installing everything down at the bottom. I just gotta fill this guy up. I think it takes like 12 quarts, I believe, from when it's empty. So already got one that I bought earlier. It's got, I think, about 3 quarts right here. This got the other 4. And I'm gonna use one more. I guess I'm gonna return a couple. I just didn't want to drive back to the parts store. And I gotta return this torque converter, because found out the other one was good. Thought it was bad at the beginning, but after all, it was good. And anyways, that one wouldn't fit anyways because it was the wrong one. So now, oh yeah, gotta get the funnel with the tube on it. I bought this little funnel with the tube on it because this is the only way to fill it up with this guy. Now I'm gonna fill it up right here. See, where is it? I gotta fill it up through the dipstick hole. So I'm gonna fill it up through there. I'm gonna stick this funnel in here. Obviously put this funnel on there. It just comes apart. I'll be doing that in a little bit. This is gonna take a little long, especially with this funnel going through this little hole. gonna take forever. So after this, I'm gonna turn it back on, let it idle, let it get warm, and then I'll check the level of how much fluid it has in there. Remember, this got to fill the torque converter plus the transmission. So make sure you check it while it's on. Let it warm up. Make sure you check it while it's on, while it's running. I mean, it won't get warm till you actually drive the truck, or yeah, whatever car. So once you drive it, check it again. You need to put more. Add a little bit at a time. You don't want to overfill it, because then you're gonna have to take out some. You don't want to overfill it. You just want it perfect. On dipstick, sometimes it says cold or hot. If you're just idling here, just turn it on. Make sure it's in the cold side. It should rise after it gets warm. So let me see. Plans for this truck at the moment, nothing. I just want it reliable, let it run. But what I do want to do in the future, if there's an opportunity, I want to do a 6.0 swap with a 4L80 transmission. So the LQ9 in there, the iron block, should fit right in here. It shouldn't be any issues with it, because it's pretty much the truck. I think I want to get it off an Escalade. So this truck is an 03, so it has the not the drive-by-wire, not drive-by-cable. So this one's a drive-by-wire. So if I could find an Escalade with a drive-by-wire, that would make everything so much easier to swap. But everything should bolt up. You shouldn't have any issues with making custom anything. It should bolt right into this truck. That's what I want to do. After that, just maybe give it a little tune when I get that. Maybe get a little bit of power, and just drive it like that. It should be good for this truck, because this is a single cab. You can imagine the big. I think those LQ9s are like 300 horsepower. They're rated at 300. And if anything, afterwards, maybe put a cam into it. I just want a little reliable truck. This engine actually has 179, not smoking. The only issue I've had right here is what did I change on it? Oh, the knock sensor, the sensors. Well, obviously the transmission. And what else did I have changed? Oh, the water pump, but not the actual water pump, the gaskets that go to the water pump. But that was when I first got it. Other than that, everything's been pretty solid. I just saw that the differential is leaking, the pinion seal, so I gotta do that. But before I do that, I want to see what if I could get an LSD for it. That would be nice for this truck, because it's an open diff. I'm gonna look that up. Maybe I could do that one of these weekends. Put in an LSD into this truck too. I do want to lower it, but at the same time I don't, because I do want to what's it called, tow the BMW with it. So that's why at the same time I do want to do the 4L80. Got a little bit more power. A little bit more power to it. So we got 3. We just put 3 in there. Okay. Here comes the one with the actual 4. So that's 3. It's gonna be 8 right there. Nope. 7. Sorry, my bad. So that, yeah, like I was saying, that's why I want to put the 4L80, or well, yeah, the 4L80 with the LQ9. That should give it a good amount of go on this truck, you know. towing capacity. Well, like pull capacity, because the towing capacity is gonna remain the same. They'll probably put some bags on it too at the back, because when you load it up, it does squat a bit. Well, actually not a bit, a shitload. So I do want to do that. So that's at the same time I want to do the swap. And you can go faster. Forgot about that. Who doesn't want to go faster, right? So here's the update with the transmission. So now I'm done putting it in. It's running great. I have no issues with it. It is going through gears 1, 2, 3, and 4. So I just came by to drop off the other transmission at the junkyard, and it's really annoying because when I came, they never told me I had to take off the pan when I returned it. Now I'm here, and now they're saying I have to take off the pan before they could do the exchange. So now I have to go to at least go get a size 13 to remove the pan. The good thing is I have my electric ratchet, the snap-on one, to be able to take it off quick. Now I have to go rush to Harbor Freight, buy another set of sockets, because I did not know I had to remove the bottom pan, or else I would have done that at home. So now I'm in a rush because they close at 5. It's 3:42, so now I gotta rush it back, go get that stuff, rush it back over here before they close, so I could get my money back on that transmission. So I guess I'll be right back. Well, the good thing is that the transmission is running great. I have no issue with it already. It's running fine. So I guess I'm gonna go to the one over here, because it's closer. I don't want to go back to that one. That guy's an asshole over there. So I gotta go all the way down to this tree. The good thing is that there's a Harbor Freight around here. Just go buy some random sockets as long as it fits on there. So keep you updated. Okay, after doing all that work, taking back the transmission, taking some parts back to the parts store, I am finally done for tonight. I actually had to go get some groceries too. And after all that, the transmission is still holding up. Now it's shifting good, it's holding up. I hope it lasts a long time until I do the other swap. But so far so good. I will keep you guys updated on other projects. For now, this one is complete. This whole ordeal is done. It was a big hassle with the junkyard people. I had to be running around because they're gonna close soon. So now it's done. That's a good thing. Thanks for watching. Tune in for the next one. I think for the next couple videos that are coming up, I'm gonna start doing work now that I'm done with this truck. I don't have to worry about it no more. Now I could start focusing on the BMW and putting that one together, because I just wanted to get this sorted out before I could start doing that. So thank you for watching, and give it a thumbs up, and till next time, see you later.